What's happening, people? Welcome to today's session. My name is Anoop, and this here is Vedantu. I hope that all of you guys are doing good and you guys are taking care of yourself. Remember, people, it is not done yet. Let me know what are you guys planning to do once the lockdown is done, people. Let me know in the chat box what are you guys planning to do after your lockdown is done. Please let me know in the comment section so that I'll know what you guys are going through. Are you also going through the same thing that I'm doing? But nonetheless, welcome to today's session. Let's start. Let's forget about those worries for some time and let's get into today's session. Today's going to be a very interesting one, and you're going to have a lot of fun studying one important topic regarding work, energy, and power. And that, my friends, is nothing but potential energy, and we'll also be solving some numericals as always. So welcome to today's session. With that said, let's get into today's session with a very simple quote, guys. And the quote for today is this: you know you're on the right path when you feel good about moving forward and you could not care less about looking back. Now, I don't think I'd have to explain this. This is very self-explanatory. Whatever you're doing, people, whatever it is that you're doing, do it right. Go in the right path. Always, it might be a little hard, but it's always worth it because you have that peace of mind. You feel good about what you're doing. So always, no matter what you're doing, always go on the right path, right? So that's it, people. Let's get into today's session without wasting any more time. So in the last session, I had done kinetic energy, and before that, I also did about scientific work and numericals as well. So make sure that you watch all those videos because trust me, guys, every single session is important and you will find it very, very helpful if you were to go through the previous videos. So yes, don't take my word for it. Check it out. Trust me, you'll love it. Anyways, with that said, let's get into today's session. So in the last question, guys, in the last session, I had actually asked you a simple homework. I hope a lot of you guys did it. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, touch wood, I'm hoping that you guys did it. So here's the question, guys. A man is transporting a trolley of mass 6 kg and having a kinetic energy of 40 joules. Compute the velocity with which he's running. So it's a very simple question. Directly put down the equation. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. The mass is given as 6. Velocity is what you're supposed to find out. Kinetic energy is given as 40 joules. So that's 236. 2 3s are 6, so that's 40 divided by 3 is equal to v square. 3 1 3 3 3s are 9, so 13.3. so square root of 13.3 is equal to v, which is nothing but 3.65 meter per second. That's all. Laddu question, people. Laddu question. I hope you guys are able to do it. All those who did it, well done. So that's the case. Let's get into today's session. Potential energy. What exactly is that? Sorry, my throat is a little bad, people. Potential energy. What exactly is potential energy? Now, let's take an example, as always. Let's say there's a stone kept on a wall of height h, right? And let's say that the stone rolled on its own and falls onto the ground. Simple. It's a very common thing that happens. It happens to all stones. Yeah, it rolls in the ground, it rolls, and then it falls down by mistake. Now, when the stone is falling onto the ground, is there any work done by that stone? Yes or no? Now remember, what is work done? Work done is what? Force into displacement. Is the stone getting displaced? Absolutely yes. So can you say that there is work done? Absolutely yes, you can. Now, for it to do some work, it has to possess some energy. Why? Because energy is the capacity to do work. So if it is doing some work, obviously it also has to have some energy as well. And that energy possessed by this rolling ball is called as what? Not potential, mechanical energy. What is mechanical energy? Let me tell you that first, guys. See, guys, mechanical energy is the energy possessed by the body because of its motion or rest, by the virtue of its state of motion or rest. So either of these, it could be in the state of rest or it could be in the state of motion. If it's in the state of motion, it's called as kinetic energy. If it's in the state of rest, then it is called as what? Potential energy. So mechanical energy is possessed by the body due to its rest or motion. So mechanical energy itself is divided into two kinds: kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is already done and dusted. Potential energy. So what is potential energy? The energy possessed by the body when it's in the state of rest. That is what is called as potential energy. For example, when I'm holding this pen, everything's fine, everything's good. As soon as I drop it, the pen falls down. Why does it fall down? Because it possesses some energy. Because of its position from the ground, it possesses some energy. And as soon as I leave the grip, it falls down. And why does it fall down? Because it contains potential energy. And as it falls down, that potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy and it finally reaches my hand. So here, what is potential energy? If you're asked to define potential energy is the energy possessed by the body at rest because of its, or by the virtue of its position, shape or size. That is what is called as potential energy. Now this, my friends, is a direct 2-mark or could be even a 3-mark question, including the derivation, or they might even ask it as 1 mark. But nonetheless, guys, take down this definition. It's a very, very important definition. So that sign shows that it's important. Yeah, like a star with 4 dots. Yeah. So that is what it is, people. It's a very, very important definition. What is potential energy? The energy possessed by the body at rest due to its position, size or shape. That is what is called as potential energy. I hope you understand this, people. This is one of the most important definitions of this particular chapter. Alright, now let's understand a little bit more about potential energy. First of all, let me just tell you this. Potential energy is denoted by the capital letter U. Capital letter U shows that it is potential energy, not small letter. Small letter U, that is initial velocity. Capital letter U shows that it is potential energy. Alright, capital U. Alright, now. Okay, let's consider a ball, people. Let's consider a ball, right? And this ball is lying on the ground. Now, would the ball go down? No, because the ground is going to prevent it from going down. So I'll say that the potential energy is 0. The potential energy is 0 because obviously when you leave it also, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay there itself. It's in the state of rest, so the potential energy is going to be 0. Now, let's say I want to lift this ball up and keep it on a pedestal which is at a certain height, h. Alright, now for me to do this, I have to do some work. Obviously, let's say the mass of this ball is m. Now I have to do some work or apply some force to move this ball from this ground up position to the pedestal or whatever the whatever the object is. Let's say I want to keep it on a box. Now, obviously I'm applying some force. And this force is basically in the opposite direction. That force that I'm applying is in the opposite direction. But what is this force doing? This force that I'm applying is going against the gravitational force acting on this ball. Because obviously when you look at this ball, there is one force acting on every single object. What is that force? Gravity. And that gravitational force is in the opposite direction. Now, because there is a force acting on this object due to gravity, that force is what is called as weight. That is what is called as weight. What is weight? If you have to define what is weight, weight is nothing but the force the force acting on a body of mass m or whatever the mass is, the force of gravity acting on that object, that is what is called as weight. So weight is what? W. So the formula is G into m, where G is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, m is nothing but the mass, which is nothing but W. Now I have to apply a force which is at least equal to the weight of the object so I can lift it up. At least it should be equal, right? So I can say that the upward force that is required to lift up this ball is equal to the force of gravity. Yes or no? Absolutely. Why not? Because you are doing some work, and that work that you're doing is against the force of gravity, which is nothing but weight. Now, I can say that there is some work done, right? So what is work done? Work is equal to force into displacement. We've already seen that. What is the displacement? Here the displacement is nothing but h. So force into displacement is what you have. What is that force that you are acting up against? That is nothing but the weight. The weight is the force that you are acting up against. So I can write it as weight into height, right? So work done is equal to weight into height. What is work done? Work done is force into acceleration to gravity. Now here, so what I can write here, it's this is nothing but weight, not work. That's weight. What is weight? Weight is mass into acceleration to gravity into height. So I can write that work done, which is nothing but the potential energy over here. The potential energy inside the body, contained inside the body, is equal to mgh. This is the derivation that is going to appear in your exams. Trust me, guys. The entire thing, the derivation with the explanation with the definition of potential energy is an easy 3-mark question. Done, done. 3-mark question. That's it. Simple 4-step derivation and you're done. Work is equal to force into displacement. For the displacement is nothing but height. The force that you are is nothing that you're applying is nothing but the force against basically it's against gravity. So it's nothing but the weight into height. Weight is equal to mass into acceleration into gravity into height. So U is equal to mgh. Because obviously you're doing some work. So for you to do some work, you have to spend some energy. And what is that energy over here? That energy is nothing but the potential energy, which is nothing but U. So in place of W, I write as U, and this is basically the formula for solving every single question in this chapter related to potential energy. U is equal to M into G into H. That's all. Alright, people. I hope you understood this. So this is how you get this formula mgh. Very, very important. Just like how for kinetic energy we have half v squared, here you have U is equal to mgh. That's all. Alright. I hope you understood this, people. Let's take another example now. You probably seen in Olympics a lot of people do archery and stuff, right? Now you've probably seen that when the archer what do they do? They give some energy, they provide some energy to the bow, or they pull the bow. Obviously they're doing some work over here. When they do some work, obviously they're giving some energy to the bow as well. So that energy that is given to the bow gets stored where? Inside the bow, which is what is called as a potential energy. So the potential energy, that is nothing but this. It is stored inside this bow, which is nothing but the potential energy. And as soon as the archer leaves the bow, what happens? That stored potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy and it moves forward. So obviously there should be a force, there should be a energy stored inside of it, so that it can get converted to kinetic energy, because that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. You are providing some energy to the bow. That energy that is provided to the bow is stored in the bow in the form of potential energy, and as soon as they leave the bow, that same potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy and the bow moves forward. So the arrow moves forward, not the bow. The arrow moves forward. That's it, people. That is what is potential energy. I hope you understood this. Let me just tell you one more important thing, people. Let's say there are two objects, which that is for the first one. This is the path taken. It's a straight path. You just lift it up straight up. For the second one, let's say that you took a crooked path like Abhishek sir. You go to the left and then come back up, and then go to the right and then come back up again. In which of these do you think the potential energy is going to be more, or in which of these the potential energy is going to be less? You would have told sir B potential energy is more and one potential energy is less. But the fact is, guys, both of these would have the same potential energy. You know why? Because potential energy does not depend on the path. It only depends on the final and the initial position of the object. Just look at it. Here also, the formula is going to be mgh. The height is going to be the same. Here also it's the same height. So U is equal to mgh is what you're going to get over here as well. So potential energy does not depend on the path. It only depends on the initial and the final position of the object. And yes, obviously in both the cases, work done is the same. So the potential energy is also going to be the same. That is it, people. So in conclusion, this is all I have to say. Potential energy is the energy possessed by the body by the virtue of its position or configuration. The potential energy of an object at a certain height h is equal to U, or you can write it as EP, which is the potential energy, is equal to mgh. And the potential energy depends only on the final and the initial position, and it does not depend on the path. That's all, people. That's all. Now, if you want to have more such amazing, fun, interactive, super awesome, super califragilistic, expeditious sessions, click on the link that is given in the description below and on the comment section as well. You click on that link to open up a whole new world of online learning where you get the choice to attend unlimited live classes. There is no limit to how many live classes you want, with the highest level of quizzes which would help you to improve yourself every single session, every single minute, every single day. And those quizzes will help you to compete with the rest of the world and see where you are standing as a student. Are you some of us believe that we are the best, but when you compete with the world against the world, that is when you understand where you're standing. So this is your chance to do that and prove yourself. Apart from that, even if you miss out a session, because you have unlimited sessions going on, even if you miss out a session, don't worry guys, you can still take the quiz, you can still see the leaderboard when you're watching the replay as well. That is what is your interactive replay. So you are experiencing the best of best what technology has to offer out there. Apart from all of these, you have the choice to download all the premium content of every single session with the handwritten notes. Obviously, you will be getting handwritten notes of every single session in the description below of every single session. And you can watch the recording as well. With all of these, you have the choice to get your doubts cleared inside the class itself with the help of the class teacher. So you will not just have one teacher, you will have a minimum of two teachers to help you clear your doubts. The master teacher and the class teacher together will work in symphony to help you clear every single doubts inside the session itself. So you never walk out of the class with more confusions, you walk out of the class with a clear knowledge. Apart from all of these, you have the choice to watch 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses, all for the highest price of free. Completely free, people. All you gotta do is click on the link that is given in the description below. Once you enroll into the pro subscription course, all of these are yours. Everything, the 5,000 plus micro courses with everything that I just told you is all yours. So the coupon code is AME Pro to avail my discount. So if you go for the 1 month program, the base price of that is 2,699. If you use the coupon code AME Pro, you get a 500 rupees discount and the price drops down to 2,159. And if you do the 3 month program, which I would suggest you do, because your final exams are approaching in 3 months. So if you go for that, the base price of that is somewhere around 6,999, so around 7,000 rupees. If you use the coupon code AME Pro, you get a discount of 1,400 rupees, and what you're essentially paying is 5,599 rupees for the next 3 months. Now you might think that it's a lot of money, but think about it guys. In that 1 month, you would have roughly attended about 200 sessions, and in that 3 months, you would have roughly attended about 600 sessions. A minimum of 200 sessions, a minimum of 600 sessions. You would have gone up to 400, maybe even 1,000 sessions in that 3 months. Does not matter. If you calculate that per session, you're roughly paying about just 11 rupees, and if you go for the 3 month program, you're paying about 9 rupees per session. The more number of sessions you take, the lesser amount is going to fall for every single session. So if you go for, let's say, 250 sessions, if the 11 rupees will drop down to 9 rupees. So it's totally up to you guys. It's not directly proportional. It's not like more classes you take, more money you have to pay to. More classes you take, lesser amount of money you're paying per session. Again, which is less than a packet of Lays or any condiments for that matter that you pay and eat for 5-10 minutes, right? So again, it's for your own future, people. Invest in your own future. The link is given in the description and the coupon code is AME Pro to avail your discounts. But that's it. Let's get your pens and paper ready. Riders, are you people ready for the quiz questions? I hope you guys are ready. Let me know, all of those who are watching the video right now, put it down in the comment section below. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, that's all. Now do it with me. All those who are watching the watching the premiere, do it with me. All those who are watching the video, pause the video, take your time, but make sure that you put down the answer in the comment section as well. Alright, so here is your first question. Let's go. An object of mass 40 kg is raised to a height of 5 meters above the ground. What is its potential energy? Your options are 200 joules, 20 joules, 2000 joules, or 20,000 joules. It's very clear that it's going to start from 2, right? Let me know how many zeros are there after that. Come on, people, go ahead and do it. For all the students who are watching the video with me right now, let's go. So mass is given as 40 kg. They've given the height above the ground as 5 meters. So U is equal to mgh. M is 40, G is 10, acceleration to gravity is 10 meters per second square. For all the questions, take it as 10 meters per second square itself. Whatever we are going to do today. If they want you to take another one, they would have mentioned it. They would have mentioned G is equal to 9.8 meters per second square. But here, just take it as 10 for our ease of calculation. Into height is nothing but 55420 000 2000 joules. I hope you guys got it. I'm sure that a lot of you guys watching the video would have got it right. Hats off, people. That is the first question. Moving on to the second one. A box has a mass of 5.8 kg. The box is lifted from the garage floor and is placed on the shelf. If the box gains 145 joules of potential energy, how high is the shelf? Very interesting question. Very interesting question. Your options are 2.5 meters, 5.4 meters, 5 meters, or 4.5 meters. Let's go ahead, guys. Let's do it. So mass is given as 5.8 kg. Done, done, done. The potential energy gained by the box is 145 joules. You're supposed to calculate what is the height. So h is what you're supposed to calculate. Take g is equal to 10 meter per second square itself. So put it out on the equation. U is equal to mgh. U is 145, mass is 5.8, g is 10 into h. So that's 145 divided by 58 is equal to h. Why 58? Because 5.8 into 10 is 58. It goes to the other side, so it will be 58. So 58 to 0.5. I'm guessing that is the right answer. 2.5. Yes, yes, people. The answer is 2.5 meters. That's all. That is the answer for the second question as well. Done, done, done. Such simple questions, guys. Such simple laddu, bacha, supercalifragilistic questions. I don't know the rest of it. Anyways, third question. An object with 100 Newton weighs, 100 weight is weights. Okay, is raised to a height of 15 meter. Find the potential energy possessed by the object at that height. Also find the new potential energy if the same object is raised to 3 times of its original height. Take g is equal to 10 meter per second square itself. So again, the weight of the object is given as 100 Newton. The height is given as 15 meters. First of all, find out the potential energy of this one. Then if you increase the height 3 times, that is 15 into 3, what would be its potential energy? Then calculate that. Your options are 1500 joules and 4500 joules, 1500 joules and 750 joules, 3500 joules and 4500 joules, 750 joules and 1500 joules. Let's go, people, let's go. So weight of the object is given as 100 Newton. Let's go. Alright, weight is given. What is weight? Weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is nothing but 10. So 100 is equal to m into 10, because you have to find out the mass, right? So you're finding out the mass because what is the formula? U is equal to mgh is the formula. So you need to find out m as well. So you'll get it as m is equal to 10, right? 10 kg is what you're going to get. 100 divided by 10, so it's going to be 10 kg. Once you find that out, put it in the equation. That's all. U is equal to m into g into h. Mass is 10, acceleration gravity is 10, height is 15, so it has 1500 joule. That's all. Joules. That's all. Moving on to the second part of the question. So that's the first part of the question. Moving on to the second part of the question. If you were to increase the height 3 times, that's 15 into 3 basically. So for the second part of the question, again, U is equal to m into g into h. M is 10, height is 15 into 3, which is 5, 3, 15, 1, 3, 1, 4. So it's 4500 joules, if I'm not wrong, if my calculations are correct. Yo, it is 1500 joules and 4500 joules would be the answer for the third question as well. And that is pretty much the end of the practice questions. But no, you're not done, people. Homework. Where are you running off to? This is your homework for today. A man climbs onto a wall that is 3.6 meters height and gains 2268 joules of potential energy. What is the mass of the man? Right? So I'm guessing this man is Mr. Abhishek, sir, because obviously it's getting a lot of energy. So 2268 joules. Yes. Let me know what is the answer in the comment section below, people. We'll see who gets the right answer first. Once again, this is thanks a lot for all the love that you guys are sharing, people. Now, if you guys are looking forward for giving your IIT JEE and you want to start preparing from now itself, people, click on this link tinyurl.com/IIT target. So this course is going to start from 21st of December, which means it's going to start pretty soon, and it's going to go until 23rd of Jan, where you're going to get a complete idea, a complete foundation of what it's going to be like in your IIT, when you give your IIT JEEs and all that. So it's a very interesting course. You're going to be learning a ton of new stuff. So again, the link is over here. Once again, the link for the pro subscription goes for you to, because the seats are very limited, people. So make use of this opportunity, because you know that the revision course is starting pretty soon. So don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to learn with the best of the best teachers. Link in the description as well as on the pinned comment section below. The coupon code is AME Pro. Once again, thanks a lot for joining. Thank you for all the love and support that you guys are giving us. It really means a lot. Keep loving us. Spread the word. Let the whole world know. People, start, take a drum, start beating it around. Nah, don't do that. But yes, spread the word, spread the love. Thanks a lot for joining. This is Anoop signing off for the day. Have a great evening ahead. I'll see you guys pretty soon. Take care of yourself. Peace out, people. Take care. Bye bye.